So here at the U.S. Olympic Training Center with Max Nowry. It's getting close, man. World Championships. Well, it's just 14 days up on the wall. Feeling like you're getting yourself where you need to be?
Slowly but surely. I've had a lot of trust and confidence in training with Coach Yvonne and going under his system and buying in completely. He's the coach that I had when I first joined the Greco scene at Northern Michigan, so excited to have him back in the room and whatever he says I'm going to do.
Yeah, I mean, you've been able to do a lot even at the, last couple of years here at the senior level, and I know that winning a medal is a high goal of yours every year. And this year, how is your confidence heading into the last couple of weeks of the preparation?
Positive, I'd say. 2022 has kind of been maybe like a sluggish year for me, especially Final X and Rome. Those two were very poorly wrestled events offensively on my side. So that's been on the back of my mind during training when we're doing stuff on the feet or in parterre. I'm trying to think back to those times where those last two competitions I had where I had a lack of scoring, and I don't want that to be an issue at the World Championships. I'm a big fan of trying to get on top and end the match then and there with the trap arm gut and just trying to find some points any way I can. I've lacked that, and I've been very open about it. And I think the more I talk about it, the more I just anger myself, and that's motivation in going to the World Championships.
Yeah, so today you popped the 4th seed, I think, right, at the World Championships. And does that matter to you? I mean, what it might mean is a couple of guys you won't wrestle, and maybe a few you do.
What the 4th? Well, I guess what any of the top 4 seeds mean is I know what color I'll be first match, and that's about it. Most of it's going to be random draw anyways. So the only thing I know right now is what color I'm going to start with first match, and then just go from there.
Yeah, and I mean at this tournament, getting a good start is important, right? That first match coming right out.
You have to come out hot. You have to come out ready. Big thing for me, especially with the repechage and all in the system. You don't want to have the mindset to lose, but you really got to go out that first match and come out hard and come out blazing, because you need to start getting it at the beginning. You don't want to fall back and start sluggish, and now you're waiting for someone all day to pull you back in. That's been something that wrestling at the juniors, the university level, and the seniors. I make sure that first match until I'm pushing the pace as hard as I go. I don't want to fall to the repechage.
Yeah, no, I mean that's obviously key is keeping on the right side of that bracket, right?
Yeah.
So, who are your good training partners? I know the Army program's really deep, and I mean you also have other people that help you out. Who's been helping get your knife sharpened, as they might say?
Lately, it's been Dalton Roberts and Randy Miranda. I had a lot more bodies at the beginning of camp in July. I had Brady and Dylan Coombs, and I had all the guys at 55 kilos. I had Dalton Roberts, Ildar, Randon. So I had a whole mixture of guys right now, kind of low in numbers, but Dalton Roberts and Randon, like I said, have been key partners in helping training up to the Worlds. So, getting someone a little bit bigger and heavier is making me work a lot harder on the feet. So, especially in parterre defense. So, looking at it as positive, being able to wrestle someone a weight class above and try to push my pace for them.
Yeah, I mean this weight class, we've talked about it before. It has fit well for you, right? I mean, Olympic years you went up, you had to, right? But just talk about how you've been able to adapt and feel strong at the lightest weight, right?
Well, I was at 55 kilos in 2013, and then transitioned into the Army, and that year is when they changed the whole weight class system, and I went from 55 to 59 kilos, and I was a little guy for about 5 years, and it was miserable. It wasn't fun for me, and then as soon as 55 kilos came back in 2018, sparked a lot more motivation and a little bit of resurgence into my career, and I haven't taken that for granted. I was given a second chance, I believe, with 55 kilos getting brought back in. It sucks that it's not an Olympic weight, but it is a World Championship weight class, and being the best in the world is still something that I can achieve. So, to be able to have the opportunity again is something that I've been very fortunate, and I don't want to let that pass by. So every year I'm working towards, being able to continue to chase and pursue that goal and dream of mine.
You got Army teammates on this trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Army really stepped up and had a good trial system. Is it kind of going to be fun to have everyone that's on the team that's from your club, from your training site, there and pushing each other and going for the same goal?
Yeah, and it'll kind of feel more like home, right? Because we're traveling. You know, the majority of the team is going to be from the same room, you know, the same training room. So we're around each other every day. You know, 5 to 6 times a week already, and then we're going to go overseas and it's going to be the same group of guys. And I think the reason that, you know, part of the reason that we've had a lot of success is that, you know, we like to, you know, create games and talk crap to each other sometimes in the wrestling room, you know, especially in parterre. I'm always trying to tell people to chase me and, you know, being able to catch up. And then we feed off each other. Even guys like Spencer and Britton Holmes and Kamal, you know, they have their own little game that they play within each other when there's live situations. So, you know, when you bring that competition dynamic into practice, you know, we feed off of it and, you know, you start to, you know, work a little bit harder and harder. Not that we're not working hard enough, but that competitive little toying into it, you know, helps, and I think that's helped with our success this year.
Now you guys jump on the plane in a few days, and what are your goals for that last stretch heading into the start of the tournament?
You know, just managing the weight, getting down, and then the last week or so I've really trying to tap into 2019. That year I felt really at peace with the way I was wrestling and leading up to a competition, and that was the first competition I think ever in my life that I was able to go to sleep pretty early prior to competition. And I'm usually, from the time I was a second grader until 2018, I was always awake till 2 or 3 in the morning, constantly thinking. And then, but with Coach Meglin at Illinois and Coach Lewis, they told me the same thing, is to be appreciative of where I'm at and the opportunity I have. So many guys wrestle to try to make a world team, but there's only 10 of those guys each year that are going per style. And being able to be one of those guys, you know, a lot of people want to be in your shoes. And I've been there for years and years. It took me 10 years to make a team. So I know what it's like to be the number 2, number 3 guy and having to watch that guy go and compete. So now that I have the opportunity to go and do that, I'm trying to make the most out of it and enjoy it and appreciate it. That's when I kind of really wrestle a lot more freely. I think I kind of got away from that after 2019.
Yep.
I think I got too caught up in trying to wanted to get the medal for the U.S. And I had a lot of outside things that, you know, goals and stuff, but things that probably were weighing on my mind more than they should have. So, you know, tapping into that, being grateful and having that opportunity to be where I'm at, it's helped me train more freely and kind of wrestle a little more open-minded where, you know, if a point's there, I'm not going to, you know, be so blinded where I'm only focused on one topic or like a 2-on-1. If I'm scoring opportunities there, I'm going for it and not just thinking so one-dimensional.
Well, hey man, it's exciting for another shot, and we're looking forward to seeing you out there. I mean, obviously you've worked really hard to this point, and you've had success against a lot of these foreign guys, so you get another shot at them.
Yeah, it's fun wrestling them. You know, you don't get to wrestle. Well, I guess lately with COVID and a lot of other restrictions,
Right.
You know, I've been kind of minimalized with my opportunities to go overseas and get my hands on these guys. So anytime I do, you know, I definitely get excited. So it's just a different experience, and I just kind of get more amped up and motivated when I do get to see other countries and get my hands on them.
Well, hey, we look forward to seeing you over in Belgrade, buddy.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.